Okay, this project's kind of halfway done, but I tried to get on YouTube and find some reference stuff for this, and I couldn't find anything, so I'm going to slap this on there. This is the flywheel. It's a dual mass flywheel that's been machined and obviously cleaned up with some brake cleaner. But I put that back on. It's actually really easy. I took the transmission off, took the bell housing off, took the clutch off, took the flywheel off. It's pretty easy. There's your shift lever. There's like 8 screws. You can see the little holes here. But once that'll just pop right off. That's pretty easy. Take the cross member off, obviously. Drive shaft. Take the drive shaft. I took the center joint off there, and it's just laying over to the side. I didn't even have to take the exhaust off. I left the starter on. But if you do leave the starter on, there's this little dust cover that sits up here. Make sure you put that back on because it wraps around the starter. Make sure you put it on prior to putting the flywheel, bolting that up. Flywheel bolts are 65 pounds, and then make sure you put some Loctite on them. And then the clutch pressure plate, which I'm about to put on, is 25 pounds. And again, put Loctite on those bolts. And then put the bell housing back on. Also, I put the new pilot bearing in there. You can see that. The old one was kind of a pain to get out. Here's the old one. I don't know how well you can see it, but it was pretty seized up in there. And I know there's tricks with dowel rods and grease and all that stuff to get it out. But I just took a little rasp on the end of a drill, just an 18-volt drill, and just worked it to where it cut it without going into the crankshaft. And then once I got that done, it was easy to bust out of there. It started spinning and I can pull it out. There was nothing left of this thing. It looks, I mean, you can see where I've cut it, but it was pretty damaged up. Okay, there's the pressure plate. It's on. Here's the tool. The alignment tool is in there. You know what? When you're tightening this down, you're tightening these bolts that you have, obviously do the star pattern, go crisscross, but as you're tightening them, just hand tighten them and move this thing around, wiggle it around, and it'll help center it up as you're tightening those bolts. Nothing substantial, but when you go to put the transmission on, you know, every little bit helps. These things are a nightmare. But that's it. They're all torqued down. They got Loctite on them. Let's see. Yeah, that's it for now. Okay. Got the bell housing on, throwout bearing, fork, and all that stuff. There's a little zerk right here to grease it. I greased it right there at the joint as well. And that's it. Everything is attached and ready to go, and slide a transmission on, and that'll do it. Everything looks like it's lined up pretty nicely, so yeah, we'll find out here in a couple of minutes.